stalked my girlfriend for 2 years before we dated. Should I tell her?
That's kind of cute.
What?
Aw.
Ah!
That's adorable.
Ah!
They already know your favorite color. They already know where you like to eat.
Jail. Jail.
Right to jail.
Jail.
Okay, imagine if you had the perfect boyfriend and you don't even have to worry about anything anymore because they already know your mom's name. They already know every little detail about you. And they already know your icks and what you don't like. They are curated just for you.
No. No. I'm 30 male and an IT engineer who mostly works from home. I recently broke up with my ex of 4 years, 28 female. Sloan, she works in PR after a lot of toxicities and almost immediately entered into a new relationship with me and my ex's former dog walker. What? 21 female. Her name is Kaylee. By the way, this comes from Birds Men Fantasy. No. Sorry. Bird Semen Fantasy. On the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I don't trust this guy anymore. What Kaylee didn't know is that I had initially found her on Instagram 2 years ago, and it was love at first sight. At the time, I was in the middle of a rough patch with my ex Sloan and was wasting a lot of time at work staring at hot girls in bikinis I didn't know on Instagram. Most didn't even live close to me. I was doing that using a separate Instagram account so Sloan wouldn't find out. Anyway, I randomly came across Kaylee's Instagram profile, and she was everything I had ever wanted. Short, she's barely 5 foot. I'm 5'9", so I don't like tall girls. Blonde, thick, huge breasts, big butt, thick thighs, tanned.
Oh, he's all about the looks and not the personality.
He's like love at first sight. No, you were at first sight. And seemed to have a very bubbly personality. I also found her TikTok, and her outgoing personality really shone through there.
I also saw her credit score, social security number, and driver's license.
She was doing great. Oh my
750 credit score.
She clearly loved the beach and taking silly pics with her friends. I was totally blown away and thought she was an absolute goddess. But she was a college girl going to school in another state. She also had a boyfriend in the Marines. They were high school sweethearts, and I obviously had a girlfriend. We had no mutual acquaintances, and I felt pathetic for even having such strong feelings for someone I have never met and most likely would never meet. You are pathetic. Sure, I knew her full name, what school she went to, what her parents, sister, boyfriend, and even sister's boyfriend looked like. But for the sake of my sanity, I had to put her out of my mind. She had around 6,000 followers when I first discovered her, but after posting some bikini pics in summer 2022, her followers almost doubled and she made her Instagram private, probably because loser guys harassed her. Luckily, I was already following her using my alternate Instagram account, and I would check her profile every 2 to 3 months.
Question. Is this stalking or Instagram stalking? Because all of this stuff he has found is what she has put out, to the public.
Yeah.
And he hasn't found anything like social security numbers or stuff like that.
I think it is absolutely weird.
Oh, yeah,
because when he
weird.
has an Instagram, a girlfriend. It's not beyond Instagram stalking yet, but I'm sensing that this will go beyond just Instagram, in which case it will become stalking.
Okay, so this is Instagram stalking, but not stalking.
Yeah.
Level 1 stalking.
This is level 1 stalking.
With level 3 bad intentions.
Exactly. Last fall, I noticed her Instagram disappeared, and when she came back to social media, it was apparent that she and her boyfriend had broken up because her boyfriend cheated. Who would do that to her? I was jealous of her boyfriend, obviously, but I also hated that she was hurt by him, and that she dropped out of college and moved to a different town because she was so sad about the breakup. I soon found out she was working at a bar 2 hours from me. The bar's Instagram tagged her, and I started making the drive to go there for lunch twice a month. Sloan could track my location through my iPhone using Find My Phone, so I always left my phone at home and took my old iPhone instead. How can someone write all this and not be like, wow, I'm crazy? I didn't know Kaylee's schedule, and it took me around 2 months to catch my first glimpse of her, but she wasn't my waitress. We didn't even make eye contact. Stalking.
Dude, this is so weird.
Stalking.
I don't like. Stop giving us a play-by-play.
Stop.
This is a play-by-play.
I hate him. In December, shortly after Thanksgiving, I finally got her as my waitress.
Yippee! Woo!
You waited how long? 2 months. Oh, so weird. It was a dead Tuesday afternoon, so we got to talk a lot. She was super friendly and giggled a lot, and she would touch my arm when we laughed.
Just getting the tips, bro. She's just getting the tips.
Tips. But I wasn't sure if she liked me or just flirting for more tips. I was so nervous, I almost felt like I was back to my nerdy 15-year-old high school self. I never had a girlfriend in high school, but vastly improved my appearance after college. Workout, contact lenses, faux hawk, new clothes, earrings, gold chain.
Wait. No. He's like changed his whole personality.
Yeah, no, he's super manipulative. Meeting her was like a dream come true. She's 100% my type, and I find her hotter than any celebrity.
He doesn't mean that.
Hate this man. I guess I made a good impression because she told me she would be working again on Friday afternoon and that I was welcome to drop by.
No, dude, you asked, hey, when are you working again? And she told you.
And she told you her, yeah, that's it. So I made the 2-hour drive again this Friday.
What?
Ah!
2
hours? 2 hours? Creep.
What?
Creep. She was happy to see me that Friday, and near the end, I asked her for her Instagram, and she gave it to me. Our lease was up early this year, and I convinced Sloan to move closer to where Kaylee lives, works to save money. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is OP the stalker?
OP is the stalker.
I just came in.
OP has a current girlfriend, and he has been stalking this other girl for months and going to her place of work, driving 2 hours, and now he's about to try and he did apparently convince his current girlfriend to move closer to this girl he's stalking.
But she doesn't know. He's telling on himself. Does he not realize that?
The freak.
Yeah, this happened like years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
After moving, I started spending even more time at the bar on weekday afternoons when Kaylee worked, and occasionally asked Kaylee to walk and look after me and Sloane's dog when we were either busy or flying out of town so she could make some extra money. So Sloane got to meet her too. I told Kaylee not to tell Sloane I met her at the bar, but that we met at a dog park. The more I got to know her, the more she amazed me. She said she was renting an apartment with roommates because she didn't want to move back to her mom's place, and she was taking classes at community college and hoping to transfer credit to a different school next year.
Wait. How old is she?
She's 21, and I don't know what she was at the time, probably
And
19
OP's
or 20.
30?
And OP was... Yeah, is 30.
Oh, OP's
stalking
30.
a college
She's
girl.
20.
She was probably 20 at the time, is 21 now.
Okay, so this is a person that he just met at the bar.
No.
No. He
This
stalked
is a
her.
person, he found her Instagram profile. She was public. And he stalked her for months, found out where she lived, and then started going to her place of work. And then got his current girlfriend to move to where she lives.
Guys, please don't do that to us.
Please
Please
don't do that to us.
Don't move closer to Burbank, California, please.
I told her I respected her a lot for making it on her own. Me and Sloan don't have a good experience with most doggy daycare or rover apps, but Kaylee genuinely adores animals.
I'm out. You know what I hate the most about this?
Yeah.
Is that you could probably make this a movie and everyone would think it's cool.
Well, the movie would be cool.
The movie would be.
People love stalker movies.
Yeah. But I hate this man.
Yeah, this is so creepy.
So creepy.
So
like go to jail
premeditated.
creepy.
And what's crazy is it's working.
It's working and I hate that. Well, because he's very manipulative.
He changed his whole appearance
He
too.
changed his whole appearance.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, from high school to he said that when he went to college he changed his appearance completely.
Wait, but they didn't know
No.
each other.
No, he's just saying that like he got better.
Oh, well, that's
looking.
normal. You can have a
Yeah.
glow up.
But I don't trust him.
Having a glow up isn't creepy.
But it feels like he did it for
Nah.
other people's approval, is what I'm saying.
Ah, dude, nah.
I don't know.
Let's center in on what is creepy here. It's not the fact that he had to glow up and change his appearance to like be on the in crowd with a group of people. I mean, who doesn't do that? You know, like
Okay, well, anyway, he's a
teenagers.
stalker.
What's
That's the main
creepy is the freaking stalker.
All right, but we
Yeah.
got more.
All right, let's stop the episode real quick. I got something to say. People sometimes say things about me in the
Yeah,
comments
like you're old,
below.
dying, decrepit.
Actually, in line with all of the things that
Yeah.
you just said, somebody said, John really needs ZocDoc now that his head has exploded with that cough. They're really calling me out for my, my cough.
It does sound like an ancient cough. You know what it sounds like?
What?
It sounds like one of those mummies that, like, after 1,000 years, finally
Dude.
gets up. And
You know what? Maybe I'm coughing, but at least I'm royalty.
That
I'll
is
take
true.
that.
That is
I'll
true.
take that.
You do look like royalty.
But, being mummy royalty aside, I I do think it's something that I really should look at and
I
work on.
think you should take care of it. And the only way to take care of it is with ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you.
And instantly book appointments with them online.
And y'all, all of these docs have verified reviews from actual real patients.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists.
And you can filter the ones that take your insurance.
And treat basically any condition you're searching for.
Wow. The typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours.
Sometimes even in the same day.
Y'all, I use ZocDoc. We use ZocDoc. You should use ZocDoc too.
Go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That is ZocDoc.com/OKOP, ZocDoc.com/OKOP. Let's get back to the episode.
I was head over heels in love with Kaylee, yet Sloan seemed completely oblivious and didn't consider Kaylee a threat at all. In fact, Sloan would make fun of Kaylee behind her back with me and her friends, calling her short and fat, tubby girl, and saying she tried to fit into clothes too small for her and had horrible fashion style. Wow, your girlfriend
Wait.
also sucks.
No, your girlfriend is jealous.
Your girlfriend's super jealous.
Your girlfriend is incredibly jealous. That is a sign that she is jealous.
Yeah.
But at least, hey, you're made for each other.
Yeah, you both suck. She was more of a country girl, so she usually wore jeans in the winter and short denim jean shorts and tank tops in the summer that accentuated her curves. Sloan usually wore pantsuits or pencil skirts. I prefer Kaylee style. Sloan thought I would agree with her, and Kaylee wasn't my type, yet her cliquey mean girl behavior only turned me off Sloan more. Eventually, Sloan found out that I liked all of Kaylee's Instagram pictures. She found out my password and took my phone when I was showering and realized I was attracted to Kaylee. I swore nothing happened between me and Kaylee, but she was still upset and accused me of emotional cheating. We soon broke up. What do you mean accused you of emotional cheating?
I mean, you were emotionally
You were
cheating.
emotionally cheating.
But it was
And also
one side.
stalking.
It was one-sided
It was one-sided
emotional
emotional
cheating.
cheating.
Oh, God. Something about stalking is just so
Dude, same.
spooky.
I
Same.
hate it. I hate it. Okay, what are you doing? I asked Kaylee out almost immediately after, and she said yes. I thought I was the luckiest and happiest man on earth.
Okay, this is terrible.
This is so terrible.
This is terrible. But if he applied that same level of determination to not being a creep, he could
Yeah.
move mountains.
That's a thing. That's a thing. Why are you being so creepy? Just be normal.
I think it's the nature. In you, he's on one person, goes to the next, goes to the next,
Oh.
go to the
Yeah.
next. He's always fixated on another person.
Yeah, he'll be over this girl
No,
with the
wait.
second that she says yes. Maybe we're in a honeymoon phase, but I'm over the moon, and this is hands down the best summer of my life. She's drop dead gorgeous and makes me so happy. All the toxic drama Sloan brought is gone. The pent up anger I had since my teenage years is also gone. I genuinely feel like I've never truly been in love until now. I'm always spoiling her with gifts, flowers, and jewelry. I bought a small boat. I took her to Venice and Paris for the Olympics.
He was there while we were there.
He was on the boat!
He was on the boat!
That was him!
We couldn't breathe the same air as him. We were in Paris during the
Dude,
Olympics.
remember that one couple we saw?
That proposed?
That proposed.
Well, no. That
Oh.
didn't propose. The one on the boat we saw, and we were like, oh, are they on a date or not?
Oh, the
Are
old
they on a
guy.
date or not?
There's no way that guy was 30.
There's no way that guy. No, no way that guy was 30. But still, there was other
Yeah.
people that were
could
that
have
age.
been it, though.
We already are talking about moving in together. By the way, you can join us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just tap our
You can
profile.
stalk us virtually.
Everything is going amazingly well, but the one thing constantly weighing on me is the fact that I stalked her. On the one hand, I love her so much, maybe too much. So I feel awful for keeping this secret from her, but on the other hand, I know beautiful girls like her have a lot of options. As the high school nerd, I have always felt I have to do everything right to have a slim chance to end up with girls like her. Maybe I simply don't deserve it. I thought about coming clean a few times, but always chickened out.
You should totally come clean.
You should-
Honestly, she'll
yeah.
understand.
She'll understand.
She'll understand. You should
She'll
just
totally
do it.
get it.
You
Just
should-
get
dude,
it.
you
You don't
should
want to
just
have
do it.
secrets in a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what would we say?
No secrets.
No secrets. A stinky secret gets
secret
stinkier with time.
I thought maybe I should write a letter and explain everything, but surely she would think I'm the world's biggest creep.
No,
No,
true
no.
love conquers all.
Yeah, she would think
Tell
so.
her.
Her.
Tell her. It'll make you even more in love.
Yeah.
Think
yeah.
about this weight that you'll
Yeah,
have
just
off
the
your
weight
shoulders.
off your shoulders.
I'm pretty sure that couple we saw on the boat was them. Because he could be lying about how old he is.
True.
Like he's lying about everything else.
And also, maybe that guy just looked older for his age.
Yeah. Oh, I want to think that that's them.
Oh, this is scary.
Scary, scary, scary.
I'm going to use the bathroom.
Kelke says, but what creepy things did he do? Like, how was he stalking? He moved to be closer with her.
Okay, to be clear, he had a girlfriend, found this random girl on Instagram, started basically just like liking all of her Instagram posts while he had a girlfriend and like learning about her life. And then he found her on TikTok. And then he found out where she lived and drove 2 hours to go to where she worked and started going there often, like once a week or something. And then convinced his girlfriend to move closer to where this Instagram girl was so that he could still like continue to stalk her.
Oh,
Creepy.
my
Creepy.
goodness.
He says he stalked her job, hoping to get her as a waitress for like months also, right? Yes. Tomlet, he did not post on the OK Storytime. This was a cross post.
Yeah, this is a cross post. It's on the
To
OK
be
Storytime
clear,
subreddit,
yeah.
but it is a cross post.
Yeah.
Whew.
Icky.
Riley, we have to stop the episode right now to talk about something.
Oh, no.
There are 126,000 people that are starving for good content.
I know those people.
They're subscribed to our channel.
Yeah, those people.
However, tragically, they do not have a membership to see all of our members' exclusive live stream.
Are you serious? So you're saying 126,000 people aren't seeing our members-only content?
That's right, but there is a solution to cure this tragic plague.
Tell us, don't wait.
You can get our members-only streams on Mondays and Fridays by becoming a member.
Yeah.
And join us during the episode recording stream where we record our episodes in advance and you get to be immortalized in the content. Just click the join button down here on the YouTube video or the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
All right. I told my husband he's dead weight. Now he won't talk to me. I, 34 female, have been with my husband, 37 male, we'll call him Nathan, for 8 years. Ever since our daughter, 3 female, was born, I have been unable to trust Nathan with anything, no matter how small. By the way, this comes from Intrepid by 3152 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, background context. When I was 19, a semi-truck driver fell asleep at the wheel and turned my car into scrap metal with me inside it. I have enough metal holding me together that I light up like a Christmas tree for the TSA and am physically impaired with good days and bad days.
Oh, that's really hard.
Oh. I used a portion of my settlement check to buy a house outright and have it retrofitted to accommodate my needs, and I'll eventually require a wheelchair. I work in software development and it's fun and nobody cares if I work from bed on bad days. My husband has not worked in 5 years, which has been fine until our daughter was born. Between the settlement money, a paid off house, and my salary, I enjoyed having him there with me. He contributed by handling most of the domestics. We pay for a weekly cleaner with monthly deep cleaning because it gave us more time together. Sounds like everything is going well. I mean, stay-at-home husband vibes. Ever since our daughter was born, it was like a light switch turned off in his head. For our daughters, he would buy the wrong size diaper, not fully mixed bottles, put diapers on backwards, leave out poop-covered wipes, forget to latch cabinets. This past week, he has gone to the store 3 times because he keeps coming home with the wrong size socks and shoes for her. I eventually just ordered the right ones on Amazon. I'm thinking maybe
He's might be exhausted.
or brain thing.
Brain thing.
He might have a brain thing. Also, I've been forgetting words recently, and I feel like I need to get my brain checked out.
I don't know. I do that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's an 80.
Maybe. Anyway, for me, he has tried to help me with my weekly pill organizer, fill up, and several times has spilled the contents of new medications all over the floor. Then, not seeing that he didn't get all of them off the floor, he's repeatedly bought me grapefruit juice to take my medications with. A huge no. He has repeatedly forgotten that I can't have dairy and puts milk in my coffee or cheese on a burger. He has broken so many things of mine from being careless. He shattered my laptop because it slipped out of his hand when he tried to pack it for a trip. Honestly, I feel like he's doing all of the nice things.
Yeah, I think maybe he needs give him a day off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's either exhausted or his brain is not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's 50% of the way there, and then his brain's just like, new.
I'm worried he
Yeah.
has like a tumor or something.
Me
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
That's what I'm worried about. But I see you in the chat if you see
No,
what's coming.
just because she said it happened right after the daughter was born.
Yeah.
So I am thinking
Oh, maybe he's just exhausted.
yeah.
even after I said I would pack my own electronics. We've lost so many spoons and forks to the disposal. He tried to replace the head gasket in my car and over-torqued the engine bolt, which shattered the inside block, and 2 different shops said they couldn't repair it. All these things are like, he's trying to help.
Yeah. But making it so much worse.
And just making it so much worse.
Josephine Madola-Burquise and Katie Lynn both said weaponized incompetence. Also, thank you for
I don't
27
think so.
sec. The only reason why I don't think it is weaponized incompetence is because OP specifically said before the baby, he was perfect. Like, he was very helpful and very competent.
No, that's definitely not. He's working and barely doing anything for the kid.
No, he's not working.
He's not working and barely doing anything for the kid, whilst she works and has to do the things he failed.
Yeah, I think it's an issue,
true.
but I'm the only reason why I'm like, I don't think this is what I think. There's something else going on.
I don't think it's
she said it was a
intentional.
big switch.
I don't think it's intentional, and also something I'm noticing too. Everything that he's effing up is him trying to do something nice for the family. It's not usually for
I think there's some sort of
him.
issue.
I think he's being run ragged. Could be ADHD. He's trying to be nice but not executing correctly, but he was doing things good beforehand. I think there's something off. There's something off.
Yeah, I agree. Only because I feel like in a lot of the stories where it is weaponized incompetence, the husband or the partner was doing it beforehand too.
Yeah. I don't think
this was
is
a
it.
pattern. Like this, it seems like a huge.
We ended up having to get a new vehicle because the replacement engine would have costed $11,000. A week later, he crashed the new car into the garage door because he thought he'd press the brakes, not the accelerator.
This is so much more than weaponized incompetence.
He wanted to do TikToks and streaming as a hobby. I supported him initially, but I quickly noticed a pattern. Anything regarding our daughter or me, he was sloppy and careless. He never whoopsied his own stuff. He would build entire sets to stream or make videos with, leave the garage, and leave his brain in the garage. Came to a head 4 nights ago. He streamed himself building a new set piece, 9 hours straight. Meanwhile, I worked, clocked out early to pick up our daughter from summer camp, cooked, fed both of us, got her ready to bed. He came out to help, put her to bed. I let him know that I needed to get some work done and would be in my office, and I asked him to take the trash out. He said he will. 2 hours later, I left my office and the house felt really warm. He'd taken the trash out, but left the front door partially open and was back in the garage with his game volume really loud. I panicked since our daughter is able to get out of bed and thankfully she was sound asleep, but she could have easily toddled right out of the house and he wouldn't have noticed. Then I noticed the stovetop burner was on with a small pot on it and nothing inside. I didn't use the stovetop for cooking that night. Dude, hey, maybe it's not weaponized incompetence, but this needs to be addressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is bad.
dangerous.
This is bad.
I think it needed to be addressed like.
Belle Congan says, oh no, F that, divorce. I don't know if I would divorce over that.
I think it is a conversation where you say, hey, you've been, making a lot of mistakes that are dangerous, that are putting your life in danger, our daughter's life in danger.
I once dated someone who was like super like absent-minded, very smart, but very absent-minded. And it was pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
I remember like she like did a nice, again, it was nice things that she was doing. She did a nice thing, got us tickets to Hawaii, but then like didn't check what COVID tests we needed. And then we got turned away at the border. It was a nice thing. Honestly, I put it on me. I'm like, I should have been involved in the planning process, but it was small things like that, which it feels like he's doing too. Is like trying to do nice things, but falling short. And it's like, I don't want to like put blame on that.
Yeah.
But also like you're a team and you need to work on things together.
Yeah. Duchess Kasana says it's normal incompetence.
It's normal incompetence. It's funny. Well, I pop my head in the garage and I say, hey, I need you for a minute. I informed him of the door situation and he responds, I thought I locked it. We checked the camera and no, he did not. I asked about the burner being on and he said he was planning to make ramen and forgot. He pulled the still pot off the burner and put it straight into the sink on top of our daughter's favorite plastic plate, which is now ruined. I'll admit, I overreacted and screamed, what are you doing? He realized what he'd done and pulls the pot off our daughter's plate and straight onto the countertop. I grab it quickly and run it under water to cool it down. I tell him I can't tonight. I can't deal with him. I'm taking my meds and going to sleep. He gets a cup from the cupboard and sets it straight down on the burner that he'd been on. I hit my limit. I started crying. He kept saying that it was fine. Things happen. It's just an accident. He's had a rough day from streaming. He's just tired.
Understandable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta have.
You don't know how hard you work streaming.
When you work like like 3 10-hour streams in a row. It gets heavy. It gets hard.
It gets heavy.
Why am I crying? It's just a cup. We can replace it. The anger hit, and I said, it's because I have a liability and not a partner. He said, what the F did that mean? I screamed that it's because I can't trust him to do anything, that I'm always having to watch him like a child, always having to bear the cost of his mistakes, that every time I get careless and think I can trust him to be an adult, I am always the one getting effed over. I then said, I can't see you as a partner anymore. You're just another liability in my checkbook. Harsh, but true.
Harsh but true.
Deliba says, yeah, but it could be dementia. That's what I was thinking.
That's what that's the thing is that I think that, not saying this is OP's fault, but like for her own sanity, I think she should have brought this up sooner and said like, hey, I've been noticing you've been, doing this stuff has been happening. We should go to the doctor or we should go to the therapist. Why do you think this is happening?
Kimberly Fine says sometimes bad acts are disguised as good. Sure. But like,
this just seems so.
I think the best way, honestly, to view most situations is to view people in the best possible light.
Yeah.
And until you like are proven otherwise, I don't know if we have proof that he's being intentionally bad.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is we need to like go to the doctor.
I think go to the doctor.
And then if there's nothing wrong, I'm be like, yo, dude, you gotta step up.
Dude.
Okay, here's my thing real quick.
Yeah.
He is sloppy with the things it seems like he doesn't like doing, but he's very on point with the things he likes doing, not making a lot of mistakes. Could he be taking some substances or just being drunk all the time? And that's why he's making these sloppy mistakes?
I think she would know.
I don't know.
know.
I think a lot of people were saying ADHD, which I think could be in line with he's very focused on the things he enjoys, but when he doesn't enjoy it, it's less focus on those.
Nine's Milk says, I'd put my money on Huntington's. Campbell says, my dad has dementia, and this is deaf early signs.
I think, definitely go to the doctor.
Let's see. So he immediately stormed out of the kitchen and went to bed. I called my mom and told her what happened. She thinks it's just stress and offered to take our daughter for a week so we could figure this out without our daughter seeing this. She says it was an a-hole thing to do to call my husband a liability. But I honestly understand her saying that, just like being so fed up with this. It's still an a-hole move, but it's like,
understandable.
Man, it's understandable. In the morning, I told my husband that my mom would pick up our daughter from summer camp and offer to watch her for the week. He said, okay, and that's the only interaction we've had since. He spends all day in the garage playing games with his friends, making TikToks, and streaming. For food, he's been ordering DoorDash and has been having the person deliver it in the garage. It's been days, and he refuses to be in the same room as me. I've tried messaging him to ask if we can talk or figure out a solution, but he's just left me on red. If I pop into the garage, he ignores me, but apologizes to his friends or viewers for the interruption and unmutes his mic when the noise stops. If you want this noise to never stop, you should join us on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile. Before the blow up, I've asked if there was something going on. I've tried to gently respond every time he screwed up so our daughter didn't associate mistake to anger. I asked him to schedule with a doctor to see if something was wrong medically. Snaps for that. He always said I was overreacting. People make mistakes.
Which then this goes into him being the a-hole.
Yeah. Honestly, like, this is really bad.
Yeah.
If you're not going to get checked out by a doctor, you're not stepping up in any way. Maybe it's gotten to the point where he's been given so much of a free pass to do anything and like not any responsibility that he's just completely shut down the responsible side of his brain. It's like kind of like he's become dependent on OP for being his mom too. Because like it sounds like he's not being a master of the household. He's just being a liability of the household, Whereas like, like when you have a stay-at-home parent, they're like supposed to do all the financials for the house or like clean around, cook, take care of the kids. Doesn't seem like he's doing any of that. And didn't see as an issue, even when the mistakes kept happening. When I tried to get him to understand that it was concerning just how expensive his mistakes were getting, he'd wave it off as if it's not like we can afford it. I love him dearly. I just miss the person he was before we had a child, the one I could trust and rely on. Also, we have an update on this.
I was so scared that we didn't have an update.
I found it.
Did I screw this up forever? Was I being too harsh on his mistakes? Am I missing something? Am I the a-hole? And I
need the update.
It's update.
Thick.
I need it like now.
It's thick. It happened 8 days later.
Oh, I need it.
Oh my goodness.
I need it so bad.
Are we just going back in?
Just go back in.
Go back in.
All right. Sorry for not being responsive. Thank you so much for everyone who gave feedback and suggestions and all the messages. It's been a week. Before I get into the update, going to answer some repeated questions. 1. What does my husband do for work? He can easily find employment, but we both agreed that the pay was never worth the toxic environment of his field unless he wanted to start his own business, which he did not. He worked at home repair and renovation. It was gross how his coworkers spoke and treated women, female customers, and coworkers alike. He saw many female coworkers be sexually harassed into quitting. He hated how gross it made him feel when sales and adjusters would take advantage of women. Yes, selling inferior and unnecessary services as a premium is a thing. If he said anything, his hours would get cut until he left. He left one job on the first day because his boss left a screaming voicemail for not selling a refrigerant service to a young black couple who didn't even need refrigerant. Yes, he's got documentation, reported multiple employers to the state board, and checked back. Nothing was ever done. He also tried a factory job and a warehouse job since leaving the trades. Both heavily penalized him for needing scheduled time off for my medical needs. There's no worker protection here for any of that until FMLA was paid, which takes a year to be eligible for. Yes, it is a privilege to walk away from a paying job with your middle fingers held high. I've done the same many times, but I'm happy where I am right now because it's the opposite of toxic. I'm thriving, and our company has no penalty, unlimited paid sick medical leave policy that is strictly enforced at all level of management. Any lead who penalizes people from taking sick leave gets sacked, a unicorn of a company. Add in a child and a short of finding another unicorn employer who won't penalize him for needing time off for me or our daughter, such as when daycare closed for a week due to an RSV outbreak, puts him out of the workforce until either I stop working or a child is old enough to not need consistent monitoring. So basically what they decided is it seems like it's better for him to not work so he can take care of the kid.
Yeah.
Last reason for this dynamic is that although I'm disabled, my job pays almost double the highest salary he's ever had with no reduction in pay for needing time off. It doesn't make financial sense for us to switch who is the working partner. 2, does my husband have a large following or make money from streaming / TikTok? No, he has an average of 6 viewers and has 3 Twitch followers.
Okay, that's like, I love that for you. I just think it's funny that he was like, I've had a hard day of streaming.
And he's like, guys, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to put it on pause. We'll be right back. And hey, you know what? It starts small and it starts somewhere.
Professionalism.
It starts with 6. When we did our taxes, he didn't get a 1099 and showed me that he made $6 from TikTok live gifts. Nothing from Twitch. His viewer counts are about the same as the end of the year. 3, why do we still have weekly housekeeper with our daughter in summer camp and part-time daycare? I hate the dynamic of one spouse working a single job for 40 hours a week while the other juggles simultaneous domestic duties, child rearing, care enrichment, socialization, and essentially being on call 24/7. I would not want those expectations of me and couldn't fathom putting all of it on someone I love and cherish. If my husband did all the activities and field trips that daycare did, his evenings and weekends would be taken up by domestic duties that I would physically struggle with assisting. Okay, so it's like a thing for them both. The weekly housekeeper helps prevent deferred cleaning paralysis, where small missed things pile up into unwieldy monster tasks and struggling with where to start. The monthly deep clean and organization has been a world of self-care as we navigated to having an infant and a transition from infant to toddler. So basically, it's like a helpful thing.
Yeah, Sophia Callan says, hey, you have to start somewhere. That's still cool. It's hard to start. Agreed. Absolutely. I just think it's funny that he was saying he had a hard day of streaming.
Yeah, you know.
Like he was using that as an excuse.
As an excuse. Hey, you know what? Streaming to 6 people is hard. You don't have as many people to play off of.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, my thought, if I was going to be a streamer, I wouldn't just be streaming. I would be cutting everything up and putting it on YouTube. I feel like his approach to it was wrong.
He doesn't have genius content brains like us.
Exactly.
Well, also, there was an edit to add. Our daughter started at part-time daycare when she was 3. Before then, my partner was the primary caretaker, which made the weekly housekeeping that much more helpful and not letting things fall into disarray. 4, the allowance thing. Yes, I wanted a dynamic where my husband has his own money, even if he was not working a paying job. Maybe I've been on social media too long, but I've read so many stories of non-working spouses, albeit mostly women, being financially abused or unable to leave marriages because they did not have access to money that they could save in private. Should I have stopped it sooner when our dynamic became too unbalanced? Yes, I own that. 5, what happens if we divorce? The house and settlement balance is in a trust completely separated, as far as my lawyer can tell, out of his reach. Alimony would be up to a judge to decide, but between my documentation that his licenses, certs, aren't expired, plus my continual medical costs, there's a good chance of not being obligated. Hopefully that answers most of the questions of the background. On to the update.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
This was good. This was good context.
Good context. So Friday, I finished work to the smell of food being cooked. My husband was plating dinner on the table when I left my office. He said he wanted to talk over dinner. Some people had given me the heads up that my story was on multiple TikToks, and I'm grateful because it meant being prepared for the possibility he would see it, which I have feelings about my post being used for content on the very platform my child and I have been neglected for. Not good ones. He did see one. He asked if it was me, and I told him the truth. Yes, I wrote it. Yes, that's how I feel. And yes, I read the comments on Reddit. And no, I won't delete or change how I write about him just because I know he can see it. I don't know how to describe his reaction, but he said he'd spent the last day reflecting on just how bad could it be for so many medical diagnosis suggestions being given as a reason and justification. He did say that he's not ADHD. His mom was addicted to opioids and Ritalin when he was a kid, and she tried to get numerous doctors to have him diagnosed ADHD. She had him believing he was so. He also sought out 2 opinions once he was an adult. He didn't learn about her addiction until the mid-20s. He did seek therapy once he was aware that his mom was trying to use him for pills. He said he was willing to see a psychiatrist one more time, but he doesn't think he has ADHD or is autistic at all. He does think he might be depressed, though. If not depressed, he will ask about some of the other medical suggestions. It will ease my worry or rule out a major problem. He did sound genuine in this, but something he said is sticking with me. He said it jokingly and apologized as soon as he saw the hurt in my eyes. That everyone saying there's something wrong in his brain must be onto something since he chose to love and marry someone medically fragile, knowing our life together would be anything but normal.
Why'd you say it like that?
Oh, you can't take that back.
Why?
He did also admit that the night he'd left the door open, the pot on ruined our child's favorite dish in a cup. He drank a little bit too much on his stream and would monitor that more closely. He said the last few nights he had been filling his wine bottle with grape juice, so it looked like he was a jolly drinking Viking, but was actually sober. He said he would keep doing that.
That's why he had so much grape juice he bought her.
After dinner, we went out and he surprised me with seeing the new Deadpool movie. We didn't go to our normal theater because he looked up what each theater had for limited edition popcorn buckets. I now have a baby Deadpool and one that holds popcorn and a drink. We spent the next day going over the extent of how our family dynamic changed for the worse, how little things have added up, how I see change as a part of an apology. If you verbally apologize but repeatedly do the same thing, the apology words are worthless to me. And that he didn't recognize just how frequently he was making the same/similar oopsies. Sunday, we spent talking over short and long term, what needs to change immediately, him scheduling his own doctor's appointments, timelines for expectations. Also really quick, so when John and I started working together, we would make mistakes all the time. We would overlook stuff, like we would forget stuff. It was like, we were like, oh, our brains are just, forgetful, blah, blah, blah. But then what we did is we made systems to make sure that we wouldn't forget stuff, that we'd be on top of stuff. We built support structures around so that we could do the things that we need to do. And yeah. And I think this is what you need to do. It's like, if your brain isn't built to, not have oopsies, you need to create systems that allow your brain to not have oopsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He agreed that replacing or fixing things he caused will no longer come out of our expense account. He'll pay it from his allowance account, which we talked about. I did turn deposits back on, but only for a $50 per paycheck. He suggested we keep it that way until he's paid back. The cost of repairing the garage and car from earlier this year. He said it will take him far longer to undo the cost of destroying the engine to my last vehicle, but he's going to step up, find ways to make it right, just so you know. Yes, I see the red flags. Love bombing, not knowing how frequently, despite repeated talks, thinking verbal apologies are the final step in apologizing and not understanding that repeatedly doing the same thing is the same as never apologizing. And yes, I know he will read this. Do I actually think this is resolved and we will come out of this as perfect married couple who stays together till one of us croaks? Not really. Full offense to my husband for now. Is it a potential resolution? Maybe. But my husband is fully aware that he has a lot to make up for and a lot to fix and a tight schedule to make it happen. And that is the lesson for our daughter later in life, is either going to be taking real accountability can steer a wayward ship back to course, or taking accountability is the right thing to do even if you don't get the result you wanted, or love alone isn't enough. And that is where this ends.
A lot of people in the comments are divorce train.
I think I would do what she did. I think what she said is tight timeline to turn it around.
Yeah.
Let's see if it happens. If it doesn't happen, divorce.
I honestly think, I think I'm still on the giving him a minute to try, and if
Yeah.
he doesn't, then divorce.
Yep. Lurkers vote right now.
Lurkers.
This one's a big one because
What's-
I'm for
What's the
working it
question?
out.
What's the question?
Divorce or not?
I think working it out. But he is depressed. And also, I mean, how many years has it been that he's been like this?
I don't know.
Been like this. So the daughter's 3 and it happened right before. So about 3.
That's a long time to be
That
like
is
this.
a long time.
It's a long time to be like this. That's almost like you're that person now,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like after a certain point, it's not just like oopsies, it's like you are that.
Yeah.
Dude, we're 50-50
Oh,
here.
wait. Bug says, I missed the last paragraph. TLDR, wow, this sucks. I suck for letting it get this far. My husband sucks for what he put us through. Life owes me a dinner date if it's going to F me so hard, but there's a potential path forward that doesn't involve divorce and sometimes also involves divorce. Edit to add. He finally read the post, so please read between the lines to what I'm actually saying. Last 4 words of the previous 4 paragraphs, if it's not obvious.
Just so you know, and yes, I know he will read this. Love isn't enough, and sometimes involves divorce. I think she's divorcing him.
Damn.
Wow.
That was some Gravity Falls crap right
Yeah.
there. That got me fired up.
Oh,
Wow.
Sofia Calon, she's not gonna try. According to her riddle, she's divorcing him.
Yeesh. Oh my goodness.
That was a twist. That was
a
an actual twist.
I was like, oh yeah, I could see why she would say no.
No.
But there is another story.
You know what scares me?
What?
Divorce.
Riddles?
Just like people changing.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
imagine you marry someone
And then they change.
and they just become a different person.
yeah.
That's why Alex said he won't stay with someone forever because like you change.
Oh yeah, we had a
within your life.
conversation about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex has some interesting opinions on
Marriage.
monogamy and marriage and relationships. Yeah. I mean, I think we're built for like 10-year relationships to 20-year relationships as humans.
I mean, I think it depends
Generally.
on the person in the relationship.
I think intentionality. It's all
Yeah.
about intention.
Yeah.
It's all about pouring into the cup.
Yeah, I think it can work, but it's just so often doesn't. It's so scary.
Also, I think that this is hilarious that she made it a riddle because I don't know if he's going to be able to solve it.
All right, well, to be fair, we had a trouble.
Yeah, but imagine him that he's had a trouble with everything.
Yeah.
Smart.
But let's not have trouble with this next story.
Woo!
My boyfriend tried to secretly cheat on me with his ex, but his ex wasn't on board. That's embarrassing.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
Oh.
So we've been together just over 13 months. Me, female 27, planning on moving in together in about 4 months when his, Luke, male 29, lease is up. We've been to loads of events together, weddings, engagement parties, birthdays, even his grandparents' wedding anniversary party. By the way, this comes from Realistic Hyena 5695 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So we were due to attend his friend's wedding in a neighboring country when a few weeks before, he told me he didn't want to go. It was just as I was booking my flights. I asked why, and he said I would be bored. I know his friend group well, so it's not like I wouldn't know anyone. Anyway, despite many heated discussions, he was adamant. This left a bad taste in my mouth, and I felt something was off. So 7 of my friends and I decided to go for a break at the beach while he was gone, and then extend it to a full week. My friend, Jem's parents, had a house at the beach less than 2 hours drive away, and the weather was supposed to be good, so we were excited. We were leaving on Wednesday and due back the following Wednesday morning early and going straight into work. I didn't even bother telling my boyfriend. Honestly, it felt like he wouldn't care, and I was on the brink of breaking up with him. Whoa. But decided to enjoy the beach break first. I get a call from Anna, female 26, out of the blue. Anna was the girlfriend of my boyfriend's best friend, Sam, 29. We had been due to travel with them. She overheard Luke talking to Sam. Sam was asking if he really wasn't going to bring me to the wedding. Luke said yes, because his ex, Lucy, late 20s, I think, had finally RSVP'd she was going and had really delayed. She texted Luke and told him she couldn't wait to see him again and had a surprise for him.
What kind of surprise?
They had broken up 3 years ago and she lived abroad and they kept in touch a little, as far as I know. Luke was convinced the surprise was spicy sleep, as this had been some kind of running joke when they had dated. Anyway, he didn't want me there, messing up his chance of having spicy sleep with Lucy. Your girlfriend. Break up with her. Break up. He said it was a once off, but he had to do it. Well, that was enough for me. I knew I would be dumping him, but didn't want a week of him texting or harassing me to forgive him while I was at the beach. So I held off until we got back. OP's like, nothing is getting in the way of my beach plans.
Dude, beach plans make you forget about all other
All
things
of
going
your
on in your
worries.
life.
Yeah.
The sand of the shore and the sea washes away all your grief.
Worries. On the Tuesday, Luke texted and said he was sleeping over at mine until Thursday, as he would be leaving early Friday morning and would be gone until Sunday. He didn't ask, just told me. I replied that he couldn't, as I was leaving very early on Wednesday morning for a week's vacation and would see him next week. Told him not to worry about keeping in touch because I was planning to be phone free on my vacation as much as possible.
And boyfriend free.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He asked why I hadn't told him I was going on vacation, and I just said, well, I thought I had. He wanted to know who I was going with and 100 other questions. I told him we would talk when I got back, that I was busy packing and to enjoy the wedding, and I hoped it was full of surprises for him. He didn't reply.
Dude.
Damn.
Dude, she is
ice cold. Love it.
squeezing the juice out of this.
We had a fantastic vacation. Woo! Beach day. The rain held off and we stayed on the beach all day and hit nightclubs and local bars and restaurants at night. I didn't post on social media, but was certainly tagged in a lot of pics. He texted me a few times Thursday and Friday, but just general flight leaving now and I got here okay stuff. But on Saturday, the day of the wedding, he really texted and called a lot. The texts were all how he missed me and made a mistake not bringing me. I didn't reply and didn't answer any calls. Same on Sunday. Then he got home on Sunday night and wanted to join us at the beach. I told him no, he would just be bored.
Damn, she does not give a hoot.
No. Just turning everything on him. Sunday night, Anna rang me and couldn't stop laughing. His ex, Lucy, turned up to the restaurant Friday to the group dinner, and her surprise was that she was 7 months pregnant with her new husband's baby, and her shiny new husband was with her.
Get freaking wrecked.
Suck it, Sam.
In a way,
Okay.
sex was the surprise.
It was a
Yeah, it
surprise.
was the surprise.
Just not sex
With
with you. Spicy sleep with you.
Lucy played a cruel but hilarious prank on him, but it also ended our relationship. So I was grateful to Lucy for showing me who he really was. You know what else I'm grateful for?
What?
That you can join us live on YouTube at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just tap our profile.
Just have a profile.
Luke arrived to mine Wednesday after I got back and was love bombing me, telling me how much he missed me and apologizing again. At that point, I told him I knew why he didn't bring me and that his surprise wasn't spicy sleep, but a pregnant ex and her husband. So I told him it was over. He planned to cheat even if he didn't get the chance to. I was laughing at how Lucy pranked him, but honestly, I was still hurting on the inside. He tried to get me to change my mind because he hadn't actually cheated, but I wouldn't budge. Am I the a-hole for dumping him even though he didn't actually cheat?
No. He
No,
deserves
you're
to be
not.
dumped in the best possible way, which is what you did.
It's what you did. You did it.
Shout out you, OP.
Congratulations.
Sounds like a little poopy head.
Poopy head. Yuck,
But you know
yuck,
who's
yuck.
not poopy heads?
You.
All of you. So thanks for joining us. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.